Hello, hello, welcome back to another episode of I, Captain of My Ship. Today I like to talk about what does it do with your child when you ask your child from when it's very young age, what do you want to become when you get older? What does it do with a child, and what do you actually learn your child by asking this question? And is there another way to talk about things that your child likes to do? I will I will give you a tip and an exercise to do what you can do with your child. And before I do that, I like to remind you of the introduction workshop I will give about how to give a space for emotions and limits to behavior when raising children. It can be quite a challenge, and it is possible to combine those two. And I like to talk about this with you in the introduction workshop. More information you can see below at the description. So for now, I like to talk about what does it do with your child? What do you actually learn your child when you ask your child when it's very young? What do you want to become when you are older? Because it just seems so innocent, this question, like, well, why not? It's just nothing wrong with it. Well, you do learn your child some things that you might consider if it's still a right question for you, in your case, to ask your child. What is one of the four reasons, one of the four things that you learn your child when you ask the question, what do you want to become, is that their identity apparently depends on what they do professionally. The second thing that you learn your child is that there are good and bad answers, of course, depending on your reaction as a parent. When it tells you that it wants to be a fireman, you think, no, it's better to become a dentist or a lawyer. So, depending on your reaction, of course, it learns that there's a good and a bad answer. The third thing that you learn your child is that now that the wish has been expressed, this path must suddenly also succeed, with all the associated risks also there, of course. When you when this has been expressed, it's your child might think that now I need to do that, and you might think of the risk that that might take if it's not possible for a child, or if it's hard for a child, or it suddenly wants to change from direction. It all depends, of course, also on the reaction of the parent. But this is actually what you learn your child, that it's expressed that maybe you should also succeed. Well, the fourth thing that you learn your child is that your child can be better occupied with the future than with the present. And of course, present is now, and future is something, it's always good to have a goal, but you must be aware of the things that you teach your children when you ask this question. Because what is more important, of course, it's not that important what you will become, because when we talk about work as an adult, we all know that there are things more important for work, like happiness. Happiness at work is a very important thing as an adult. What does it do with you as an adult if you go to your work and you come home happy because you had a good day at work, you love your work? What does it do with you? What impact does it have on your family when you do something that you really love? So that will have a huge impact on yourself and on your surroundings. And happiness at work, for many people, it means that you have a certain autonomy. There you have some responsibility. You have, of course, nice colleagues. And you have a feeling that you can make a difference. and a visible feedback on what you are doing. When you know that happiness at work is important, then it is maybe less important what you want to become when you are getting older. If you want to become a fireman or a lawyer or an influencer or whatever is on the mind of your child, it's important, of course, we want our children to be happy. And what is another thing that you can do instead of asking the question, what do you want to become when you are getting older? Well, this is an exercise that you can do with your child, and I think it's fun to do. You need a big piece of paper and a picture of your child. And what you do is in the middle of the big white paper, there you with some glue you have the picture of your child there, and under the picture you write down, "This is me." And then you can ask your child some questions, and I will have some example questions that you can ask yourself. You can ask your child. You could just talk about it and have fun with it, and you can add other questions, or you can leave out questions that you think, I don't really know about this question. Of course, you're totally free in this exercise. Just some example questions that I have. And when it's important that you give your child some space to think. So don't ask a question and think that your child has to respond immediately. Like a snap like this. I ask you this and I want an answer now. Because some children, they can respond immediately, and some children just need some time to think. And that's okay. So only do this exercise when you have time to sit down and relax and enjoy this special time together with your child. Well, I will give you 9 example questions that you can ask. And just have fun when talking about topics like the coming questions. The first question is, what do you find super interesting? The second question, when do you feel very happy? The third question, when are you proud of yourself? The fourth question, what problems would you like to solve in the world? The fifth question, what do you find easy? The sixth question, sorry. What would you like to learn? The seventh question, who do you like to help? The eighth question, what do you like most about yourself? And the last question, as an example, how can you best make other people happy in your way? And of course, your child can write it down on the piece of paper. And if your child cannot is not able to write or cannot write yet, let him make some drawings and some paintings, and make it fun work. Make it fun to talk about those topics together. And what is very important when you do this exercise, make sure that the eyes of your child are starting to glitter like sunshine, like, oh, that's it, I want this. And so you know the difference when your child is really excited about something, or a child says something, gives you an answer that you actually expect that it would say, because you taught it that it should answer a question in a certain way. Then you know your child's like, oh yeah, I want to learn more about shoes, for example. If you're a shoemaker, I want to learn more about shoes. But because it's your passion, because you're maybe a shoemaker, doesn't mean it's a passion of your child. So if your child says, yeah, I'd probably like to learn more about shoes, then you know, okay, those eyes don't shatter. They don't glimpse. There's no sun in the eyes of my child. It's not enthusiastic about it. So then you can ask, okay, and what else would you like? What would you feel? What would you make really happy to learn? So just know that it's important to listen to your child and let every answer be okay. And I just hope that you will have a lot of fun with this exercise, and you can have a fun activity together, and talk about fun things, and you can get to learn your child more, and your child feels yeah, appreciated and loved because you take time. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you will enjoy this exercise, and please let me know if you did. And I hope to see you in the next episode. Bye bye.